Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how. What's my address on Instagram? It's that vegan teacher, Miss Katie. No dots, no underscores, just like that. That vegan teacher, Miss Katie. Hello students, welcome to class, and especially you guys, you Unitarian Universalists. Now a lot of people have been asking me, why did I become a Unitarian Universalist? Well, it's a long story, but just to sum up, I became Unitarian in 1987 when I was introduced to the religion when I was about to get married, and a social worker at McMaster University Hospital approached me and she said, hey, you should get married in the Unitarian Universalist Church. At which point I said, I'm not very religious, I don't really like that idea. And she said, I know you're going to love it. It stands for all the things that you believe in. So I thought to myself, okay, I'll check it out. And long story short, I ended up getting married there, and I raised my children also in the Unitarian Universalist faith. I think it is the best religion if you look at it on paper, in the sense that they believe in democracy, they believe in women's rights, they pioneered the right for gay and lesbian people to be able to get married, which is something I totally believe in. And they also believe in protecting the environment and in the interdependent world of existence, the web of existence in which we all live, etc., etc. I just have one little problem with them. There are two issues in which they are completely hypocritical, and we need to change that. If we say that we care about humans and we say that we care about all sentient beings, we must, as a group, stand up and speak out against the circumcision of baby boys because they do not consent to it and it is child abuse. And there's absolutely no reason to do this. If baby boys want to get circumcised when they're 18, fine. But we should not be doing it to our children, and we should be speaking out against it. And no, this doesn't mean that you're anti-Muslim, and no, it doesn't mean that you're anti-Jew. It just means you're anti-exploitation, anti-cruelty. And another thing that I seem to have to tell people is that we should also speak out against the animal abuse that goes on within our very own congregations. Have a look at these signs here, okay? I want our religion to be braver, I want them to be vegan, and I want them to be kinder and vegan, and I want to remind them that, yeah, plants have protein. We as Unitarian Universalists should be kind to the animals. We should have vegan churches and congregations only. That means at coffee hour, there should be no dead animals on the table. There should be no eggs, no milk, nothing like that. Look at this, I wrote this, okay? Unitarian Universalists, I asked the question, are we the best religion or are we massive hypocrites? In 2024, we voted and promised to protect all beings from exploitation. All beings. That means the baby boys, and that also means all the animals. So I continue to write, so why are stolen meat, cow, milk, eggs, and cheese still on our tables during coffee hour? Why is that? It's so easy to stop. You simply make a rule. Only vegan foods on the table during coffee hour or any other events that take place under our roof. It's pretty simple. It's not that difficult. And you know it's the right thing to do. Now, this doesn't mean that we are going to go to your homes, all of you Unitarians, and be checking into the fridges and in the cupboards to make sure there are no dead animal corpses in there. We're not going to do that because we're going to hope that on your own you're going to figure that out. But as a group, it is high time, long overdue, that we make a public statement, that we vote on this, that all of our congregations should be vegan from now on. And now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh my God, but this is against the Aboriginals. This is against First Nation people. But it's not. And if you think that, then let me invite you to look at the bigotry of low expectations, because First Nations people can also be vegan, because the definition of veganism means that you don't exploit animals. So that means, like for example, if I go to Unicamp in the summer, a summer camp for Unitarians, if there happens to be a mosquito in my tent and I'm trying to sleep and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get the mosquito out of there, using a flashlight outside and it's not blowing and all that stuff. The mosquito doesn't leave. I have a right to kill the mosquito. I don't have to live with somebody attacking my physical body. So the same goes for all of the other animals on the planet. We should be protecting them from us. We shouldn't be exploiting them. Unitarians should not be going to places like circuses. Unitarians should not be going to places like zoos or SeaWorld. Unitarians should actively be boycotting these places and voting against all things that are cruel. and not be promoting them in our congregations. So in other words, if let's say our congregation decides that they need a new couch, we're not going to bring a leather one in there. If for some reason we want to put a banner on the wall, we are not going to put one with stolen feathers from animals or anything made out of wool. We are also not going to tell the First Nations people way up north who have no other choice what to do. That is to say, if somebody is literally living in an area where they cannot access a store to buy lentils, beans, tofu, rice, all of these things, we're not going to be telling them that they must starve to death. No, we're not doing that. We're talking about people who live near stores and who have the absolute ability to be vegan. That's who we're talking about. All right? Does that make it clear? So to make it completely clear, let's have a look at this picture here. You see there are animals there. You see there's a cow, there's a chicken, there's a horse, there's a donkey. See there's a pig, a sheep, a duck, a dog, there's a cat. All of these animals should not be consumed, eaten, or used by Unitarians. It's pretty easy. Being vegan means simply that we do not steal anything from animals. We don't steal their lives. We don't steal their freedom. We don't steal their animal friends, their families. We don't steal their virginity. And by that I mean, did you know that cows and pigs are physically raped by humans? They are taken, pinned down, and sperm is forced into them by humans because people want to breed them. This is absolutely disgusting and goes against all our Unitarian Universalist values. And so I'm finally speaking up. After years of being silent and observing from the sides and trying to gently talk to Unitarians about it, I've come to realize that many of you are scared. You're scared to speak out in your own congregations. That means something is seriously wrong. That means that we are not actually democratic. It means we're not actually open. And it means we don't actually come from a place of love, do we? If we tell people who care about animals to shh, be quiet, don't talk about that here. I literally put a sign on the table of a congregation that I go to, which said, it just asked the questions, which animals should we eat and which ones should we protect? And I put that beside some vegan cookies. And I was reprimanded for this. How dare you put something on the table that asks a question without going through the committee? So I decided, you know what? Going through the committee takes a long time. And I think it's probably the right thing to do. But at the same time, you know, it's 2026 and I've made the decision that I am going to speak out every single day for this year. If you don't see me on TikTok, it's because I'm on Twitter. If you don't see me on Twitter, it's because I'm on Instagram. If you don't see me on Instagram, it's because I'm on YouTube. I will be everywhere speaking out for the most defenseless among us because I think the Holocaust should end. I want it to end. And there is not just one Holocaust, there are many. And right now, billions of innocent animals are being raped, tortured, and murdered and utilized by our very own members. And that is an abomination and must stop. Before I let you go, I want to remind you to watch this important documentary called The Truth About the Animals You Eat. It's on YouTube by That Vegan Teacher. It's only 8 minutes long. I'd like you to share it with your congregations. Talk about the animals that you see. Take notes, write it down. What are they doing to the baby pigs? What are they doing to the chickens? What are they doing to the cows? How are you in your own congregation contributing to this? You're either vegan or you are violent. There's no in between. Do your best. Strive to be good. Strive to be vegan. And start now.